Students, counselors, families, good afternoon, and thank you so much for joining us for the Virginia Virtual College Fair. My name is Zach, and I will be facilitating today's conversations. We welcome you to joining today. A few housekeeping items before we begin. You can send in your questions throughout the duration of the session via that Q&A button on your screen. The question gets sent to all of our panelists and just our panelists, and they'll work to answer the question during the session and at the end of the session as well. You do not need to wait for a specific institution to be presenting to ask questions of that institution. So you can ask questions at any time to any of the colleges. Some questions may be general. Tell me about your bio program. Tell me about life on campus, in which case all 6 of our institutions will reply to you. Some questions may be specific. So Catholic University of America, tell me about your biology program, in which case just one institution will reply to you. So make sure you send in those questions through the duration of today's session. Your cameras and your microphones are turned off. The panelists cannot see or hear you. So if you have any questions, just type them in through the Q&A. This is hour one of a 3-hour virtual college fair. So you can sign up for more sessions at strivescan.com/Virginia, the same place you went to register for this session. And finally, we're using the 6x6 model. So there are 6 institutions that are presenting here today, and each of them are presenting for 6 minutes. We are in session A3, I'm sorry, we're in the A session, A3. So we have St. Leo University, Ohio Wesleyan University, the University of Toledo, the Catholic University of America, Merrimack College, and Kent State University that you'll hear from today, each for 6 minutes each. So first up, we do have St. Leo University. Connor, go ahead and grab screen share from me. And as Connor does, a reminder, use that Q&A, send in your questions at any point to the representatives that you may have questions with. So Connor, go ahead and take it away.
Thank you so much, Zach. Hi, everyone, and thank you so much for taking some time out of your evenings to learn about all these great institutions. Today, I am representing St. Leo University, which is located in Tampa Bay, Florida. So if you're looking to get kind of the chillier time of the year or just 365 days of nice weather, definitely come visit us in the Sunshine State. So my name is Connor Schaefer. I'm a senior assistant director here at St. Leo University. I am also a proud alumni of St. Leo from the Northeast, so I know what it's like to go 1,000 miles away from home. I did attend St. Leo for my undergrad and graduate program, and at the bottom of your screen, you can see my contact information. So if you ever have any questions that you don't get answered in the Q&A today, please do not hesitate to reach out. I will get back to you as soon as I can. So what is St. Leo University all about? St. Leo was founded in 1889, and we are actually the oldest Catholic institution in the state of Florida. We're the second largest Catholic institution in the country, serving over 20,000 students worldwide. Now, if you visit campus tomorrow, you are going to say, Connor, I do not see 20,000 students on St. Leo's campus in Tampa Bay, and you are 100% correct. So here on main campus, we have roughly about 3,000 students, and then we have our other student populations are located in 15 different educational centers throughout the United States and our online program worldwide. But here in our population of 3,000, we have over 100 countries represented and 44 different states. So you never know who you're going to be sitting next to in a classroom. If you are worried or your parents or family are worried about you going out of state for college, do not worry. St. Leo is actually the safest campus in the state of Florida, and we're number 7 in the nation for safety as well. St. Leo is also ranked this year number 4 in the South for best value, so you know you're going to get a great education out of your investment. The application process is really easy at St. Leo when the time comes to applying. We are on the Common Application, and we do have a free application through our website. We are test optional. We've been test optional. So if any freshmen, sophomores, or juniors are watching this presentation today, do not worry. We will still be test optional when you decide to apply to St. Leo. We do have over 50 different academic programs. So some of our popular programs are criminal justice, our biologies, education, computer science, and sports business. We also do have our honors program and some accelerated programs. So we have a couple 3+1 programs where you get your bachelor's in 3 years, and then you could stay an additional year for a master's degree. And then we also have a 3+3 accelerated pathway to law school, where you can go to St. Leo for 3 years and then continue to law school at either Barry University down in Miami or also Florida State University up in Tallahassee. We have a lot of great scholarship opportunities this year. Students can earn anywhere from $10,000 all the way up to $14,000 worth of merit scholarships each year. And I highly recommend reaching out if you have any questions on more specific scholarship opportunities. St. Leo is thriving in the healthcare industry. So this last past year, we did add our health education and health promotions major. And this year, we're super excited to announce this coming year, we will be launching our BS in nursing as well. So a lot of cool things on the academic side. But you also want to make sure you have a fun campus experience as well. So St. Leo, I always said as a student, if you're bored on campus, it's truly because you're just not taking advantage of what the university has to offer. So for students wanting to embrace their faith a little bit more, we do have daily mass and a strong campus ministry. We also are NCAA Division II recognized for athletics, a part of the Sunshine State Conference with over 22 different athletic programs. We have over 70 different clubs and organizations, including Greek organizations, student life, esports, intramurals, and the list goes on and on. One thing that I really enjoyed about St. Leo, telling a student from out of state especially, they can go to Disney World for 20 bucks. I was all in for that. So St. Leo does sponsor off-campus trips to the Universal parks, the Disney parks, anything in the Tampa Bay area. So like the Tampa Bay Lightning for sports, the Tampa Bay Rays. We're also the exclusive educational partner to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who just won the Super Bowl this year. So there's a lot of fun things going on in the Tampa Bay area to take advantage of on these trips. We actually are a residential campus with over 14 different residential halls, so you will always have housing on campus. And one of our newer apartment buildings was actually listed as a top 10 residence halls in the nation not too long ago. So it has a lot of cool features we encourage you to come see. Also, I always say it's not St. Leo if there's not new things happening on campus. So this past year, we did open our Benedict's Coffee House that serves Starbucks products. And you can see a photo in the bottom right corner of your screen. If you think you're going to a resort for college already, like I thought, this facility will make it feel even more so. So this is our brand new wellness center that will be opening this coming fall. And the infinity pool you can see in the photo will actually be the largest infinity pool at a university in the state of Florida. So a lot of your northern friends will definitely be jealous when you're poolside all year round at this facility. Again, here is my contact information, or feel free to ask any questions in the Q&A today. Also, just a heads up, St. Leo is open for tours. We do have virtual tours on our website as well, and we're definitely anticipating being 110% open this coming fall. Again, thank you so much, everyone, for taking some time out of your evening, and I hope you all have a great day.
Thanks so much, Connor, for sharing that information on St. Leo University. And students, reminder, use that Q&A, send in those questions to the representatives. We're in A3. Next up is Ohio Wesleyan University. Dave, go ahead and grab screen share from me. And as Dave does that, did you know that it's a 15-hour drive from St. Leo, Florida to Delaware, Ohio, where Ohio Wesleyan University is? So put on your seatbelts, buckle up. We're going to make that full drive from Florida all the way up to Delaware, Ohio to learn a little bit more about Ohio Wesleyan University. Take it away, Dave.
Thank you, Zach. Yes, I'm Dave Froman. I'm Associate Director of Admissions at Ohio Wesleyan, and here's a picture of the east side of our campus. We're located in Delaware, Ohio, a town of 40,000 people, a wonderful college town, and I hope that some of you will get to visit us. We do have live visits. We've had them since last June. Here's some demographic information about the Ohio Wesleyan, affectionately referred to as OWU. We're a little over 1,400 students. So you can see average class size is small, 15, 10-to-1 student faculty ratio. You get a lot of attention. We have 45,000 hours of community service by our students every year. We are Division III sports. We offer 24 sports for men and women. We have about a third of our students have multiple majors. And this particular screenshot, the 91% of recent grads had an OWU connection experience. I want to talk a lot more about the OWU connection. The OWU connection is where we really hang our hat. You have small classes, a lot of personal attention from faculty members, but the OWU connection would be all of your out-of-class experiences. So we're talking about internships, research, study abroad, travel learning courses, and the foundation right here, think big, go global, and get real, And in the Think Big area, we're talking interdisciplinary programs and research. And this particular interdisciplinary class, we have Amy Downing, who is a zoology professor, and Craig Jackson, a math professor, and they are co-teaching a class that looks at how mathematical modeling can be used to understand marine ecosystems. But that's just one example of an interdisciplinary class. We also have many interdisciplinary majors out of our 70 majors. Go global, 70%, over 70% of our students have an overseas experience at some time during their time with OWU, and that can be study abroad for a semester. We run 3 programs, 3 different countries, but it also can be travel learning. And this particular travel learning class is our island biology class, and I would love to jump on this one with the final 2 weeks of the class spent in the Galapagos Islands after most of the class when you do a travel learning class happening in Delaware, Ohio on our campus. Get real in terms of research and internships. A good number of our students, majority of our students have an internship, at least one at some point during their time as OWU students. And this particular picture is of Tom Dolan, who did Wesleyan in Washington, our Wesleyan Washington semester, and an internship in the U.S. Capitol, and he actually works with the U.S. House of Representatives now, so led directly to a job. And speaking of the OWU connection, you can get a sense here. Here is a recent graduate class of 2019 from Tacoma Park, Maryland, and you can see that Eva had a major in zoology, minored in fine arts and environmental studies, but she had 2 travel learning experiences. She had several internships. She wrote a couple of grant proposals, which led to some research. And now she is graduated and she's a field technician at the National Ecological Observatory Network in Fairbanks, Alaska. And just gives you a sense for the power of the OWU connection. Our most popular majors, out of our 70 majors, the most popular majors are pictured here. Actually, anything under the business umbrella is most popular. And the second most popular major is zoology, psychology, politics and government, health and human kinetics round out our top 5 most popular majors. We just had put $60 million into renovating our residence halls and building the new senior apartments. The senior apartments will house 126 seniors starting next fall. And Smith Hall, all of our first year students will live in a renovated Smith Hall, and that'll be fully renovated by the start of next year. And you also have a picture here of our newly renovated Branch Rickey Arena, which is our main indoor athletic facility. Important factors that we look at for your admission: we do a holistic review of your application. We look first and foremost at your transcript, the academic performance. When we look at your essay, your recommendations, extracurriculars, and we are fully test optional, and we will remain fully test optional. The general cost here is listed, and not a small amount of money, but if you look at this, $62,000 total for tuition fees, room and board, and with the aid, we bring the total cost down to about $18,000, $19,000. And we're very generous with our aid, and anybody with a 3.6 GPA or higher, we are test blind when it comes to merit scholarships, but anybody with a 3.6 or higher gets the Branch Rickey Opportunity Promise, the Branch Rickey Scholarship, which is about half of our total cost. And there are other scholarships as well. I've read applications for OWU for years. Every student that I've admitted has gotten a merit award when I've read their application. We also have awards available and scholarships available in art, theater, music, and a community service award. And we have the Schubert, which is full tuition, and the Wesleyan, which is a $40,000 award. And we gave out 14 of both of those this year. Here's my contact information. I'll also plug it into the chat as well. But if there's any way that I can be of help to you, I'd be happy to hear from you. And good luck with your school year and all your activities. Thank you very much for attending.
Thanks so much, Dave, for sharing that information. Appreciate it. Beautiful pictures of campus. Reminder, we're in session A3, so the next up is the University of Toledo, and I'm going to encourage University of Toledo, go ahead and grab screen share from me. As Ryan does, we're going to hop on our bikes. It's a quick 9-hour bike ride from Ohio Wesleyan University to the University of Toledo. So Ryan, teach us everything we need to know about the University of Toledo.
Yes, thank you all so much for coming and joining us. 9-hour bike ride, not too terribly bad if you ask me. Definitely worth the trip. Hello, everybody. My name is Ryan Chernick. I'm a regional recruitment advisor for the University of Toledo. We are going to discuss the university in 6 minutes or less, which is a lot of stuff to cover. So hopefully we'll get to the things that are important to you. But if not, make sure you do check out our website where there is plenty more information to be found. Starting with the very basics, the University of Toledo is a public research institution located in Northwest Ohio. We have just about 16,000 undergraduate students, about 4,000 more in our master's, doctorate, professional programs. About 83% of our students come from somewhere other than the greater Toledo area, though we are the 4th largest city in the state of Ohio. So plenty of students do also come from our local area. But I work with a lot of our students that are looking from the East Coast and the southern part of the United States. When they get here, they have a lot of different majors to choose from, over 120 different academic programs, everything from the STEM sciences all the way to the humanities. There are some really unique programs folded in there as well. Anyone interested in cosmetic and science and formulation, there's a direct entry nursing program. Our Back to MD program guarantees medical students an interview at the medical college during their junior year of their undergraduate career. So a lot to explore and a lot of variety as well. And if you weren't totally set yet on a major, there's also a great Quest program to help you find the right academic program once you get to the University of Toledo. During your undergraduate career, obviously, we're going to make sure you get the best education possible, but we're also going to make sure that we're building our resume along the way. So learning by doing is certainly important to the U Toledo way of doing education, whether you're coming in as a business student, an engineering student, a nursing student, a theater student. It's about making sure we're getting those real transferable skills so that when we're done here, we can go out and we can find that first job or get into graduate school or start on our doctoral path, whatever it might be in your particular case. That's where we want to be the most assistance. There's also great support services through the University of Toledo. You get your academic advisor as well as a success coach through the university. There's a free tutoring center. So students who come to the University of Toledo know they are supported through their entire college academic career. The other reason people choose the University of Toledo is because it is such a fun and vibrant community. We are a Division I university when it comes to the NCAA athletics. We're actually regular season MAC champs this year in men's basketball. Very proud of the team, but there's always stuff to do on our big, beautiful campus, over 400 different student organizations to choose from. It is a residential university, so students also do live on campus. So you'll live there, you'll go to school there. There's plenty to explore and to see. Like I said earlier, we are the 4th largest city in the state of Ohio. So just about 250,000 people live in the greater Toledo area. So lots of museums, lots of restaurants, shops, malls, great live music, local theater as well. This is what U Toledo's campus looks like. I know there's lots of words on the page. Ignore the words and look through it to see the beauty of our campus. All the green spaces, the trees, the very residential part of the city of Toledo. And you will find, like I said before, that it's both the campus and also the residential side as well. There in the middle, you'll see the Glass Bowl. Off to the left, Savage Arena, where the basketball team plays. And right there in the front, in the middle, where it says U-Hall, that is the bell tower for the University of Toledo, a beautiful landmark for our campus and kind of a cornerstone for a lot of things you'll see on our website and through our information as well. When it comes to financial aid, U Toledo has always been known as a more cost-effective school. We pride ourselves in being a very high-value institution. Students I'm working with this year from the great state of Virginia, in a lot of cases, are finding us very competitive with their in-state options. And a big reason for that is because of our Merit Scholarship and our Rocket Nation Award. So Merit Scholarships range from just about $1,000 to $6,000 a year. And as long as you have about a 3.0 GPA, you're guaranteed a Rocket Nation Award for just about $8,500 a year. Now, you and I will work together a lot on that financial aid piece. So if you ever have questions, you can always reach out to me. But when we do get to next year, the beginning of your senior year, when it comes to doing the applications, I'm also here to help with that as well. So you can reach out, email, call, text, whatever is easiest for you. We are both on the Common App and have our own university application. They're both great. Either one is totally fine. We also have a test optional path for students. So you can submit test scores or you can go just with your high school GPA. That's also totally fine. You can find all the admissions requirements for our different programs on the website, utoledo.edu. I'll post a link there in just a little bit. If you are interested at all in the University of Toledo and you'd like to stay in touch, like to learn more about the University of Toledo, go ahead and take a picture of that QR code right there. That way we can get some of your information and start to talk about where your path is into the University of Toledo and how we can connect you to your end academic and professional goals. Like I said before, my name is Ryan Chernick. I'm your admissions counselor for the state of Virginia and again, a lot of the East Coast and the southern part of the United States, but I'm happy to answer any questions you might have. So feel free to reach out if you need anything. Again, I'll post that information in the chat, but everyone enjoy the rest of their college fair and go Rockets.
Great. Thank you so much, Ryan, for sharing that information. And you did it in less than 6 minutes, which is awesome. Thank you. Reminder that we have next up the Catholic University of America. We're in session A3. Our bike got a flat tire, so unfortunately we need to walk from University of Toledo all the way to the Catholic University of America. It is only going to take 151 hours to make that walk because we're going all the way into Washington, D.C. Kevin, go ahead and grab screen share from me. And a reminder, students, families, send in your questions via that Q&A button throughout the session. And Kevin, go ahead and take it away.
Perfect, thank you. Well, welcome everybody. And again, thank you guys for taking some time out of your afternoons. Again, my name is Kevin Medina. I'm one of the assistant deans of undergraduate admission, working with students basically all over Virginia. We're from the Catholic University of America, located very close, right in Washington, D.C. Catholic, we have about 3,100 undergraduate students. We try and keep everything relatively small at Catholic. So our average class size is right around 19 students, student-faculty ratio being 10 to 1. Catholic University was actually founded as a graduate research institution. We are the second oldest graduate research center in the United States, but that has obviously since transitioned into undergraduate programs. We have a law school on campus, doctoral programs. And you might be thinking, do I have to be Catholic to attend the university? And while most of our students do identify as Catholic, you do not have to be Catholic whatsoever to attend the university. We're welcoming of all faiths, backgrounds, race, ethnicities, with students from all 50 states in the United States and about 46 different countries spanning the entire globe. Catholic University is actually the largest self-contained campus in Washington, D.C., sitting on 176 acres of land, just 3.5 miles away from kind of like downtown D.C. The best way that I typically will describe it to students is that Catholic University is a metropolitan campus, but only when they want it to be. As I mentioned, we sit on 176 acres of fully self-contained land. That means that all of your dorms, your athletic fields, performing arts centers, and academic buildings are all going to be kind of in this bubble where it is looking like a very, very traditional college campus. We're also the greenest campus in the city. So our students have the benefit of having a traditional college campus environment with a metro stop right on our campus, but they don't, and with direct access to downtown DC, just 3 metro stops away, but they don't have to be surrounded by that kind of fast-paced city lifestyle 24/7. They get to pick and choose what type of experience they want for their internships and for the events and for everything that's going on in downtown. At the undergraduate level, we have 9 schools of study. Overall, we have 12 schools of study spanning all different levels, with 79 undergraduate degree programs, about 60 minors and certificate programs, as well as a few pre-professional programs, including pre-med, pre-law, pre-vet, and pre-dentistry. Some of our most popular programs are going to be our politics program, obviously being in Washington, D.C. We get a lot of students coming to the city to major in politics. Our School of Business is one of our largest overall schools, as well as our Conway School of Nursing, which just received a $40 million donation. We are also the only music, drama, and art school in Washington, D.C., hosting about 200 performances every single year. One of the great parts is that you do not have to be a student in the school to audition for any of the performances. For the most part, these schools are all kind of two-way streets, so you can major in one, minor in another. You're not going to be bound by your specific school. And as a part of your application, you will automatically be considered for our honors program. There is no separate application. About 10% of our student body does get selected for there. There's an additional scholarship. You get honors housing and honors excursions and things of that sort. So a quick kind of look at what we're looking for in your application, your official high school transcripts, school report and council letter, as well as a teacher recommendation. We are looking at the common application essay, as well as the Catholic University statement, which is just why you're interested in Catholic University specifically. On the right, you can see a few of the things that we're going to be looking for specifically within those materials, as well as some of the dates. We have two deadlines, January 1st and January 15th. November 1st and January 15th for our decision deadlines. Catholic University is going to be Common App exclusive, and we are also test blind starting this year. So we will not be looking at any applicants' test scores for SAT or ACT, regardless of the situation. So we are completely test blind for our applicants. Again, here's just a brief overview of kind of what our application timeline looks like, with August 1st, the Common App opening up, and then November 1st and January 15th being those decision deadlines to submit your decision, or to submit your application. Similarly to our honors program, every student is going to be automatically considered for our merit scholarships. There is no separate application whatsoever. Last year, these scholarships ranged from $17,000 to $32,000 a year. We also have a few full tuition scholarships, which we invite students to campus or over Zoom to interview for. And then in addition to these two, we also offer a parish scholarship and a legacy grant, which are essentially automatic scholarships for students who are a part of a Catholic parish or have a parent, grandparent, or sibling who graduated from the university. So what's next? Definitely stay connected with me as your admission counselor. I'll be the one reading your application, kind of helping you out throughout the entire time. You can find my email here, as well as I'll put it in the chat. We do offer interviews for any student that is interested. However, they are not required. We have a virtual tour on our website, but I will say that we are hosting tours for prospective students Monday through Saturday through basically the rest of the year. So we definitely invite you to come to campus and see our beautiful campus, and enjoy all the great things that we're offering right now, as well as following us on our admission sites, as well as Instagram at CUA Admission, which tends to be the most popular, which includes what our current students are doing, and all of the virtual as well as in-person events that we're going to be hosting. So thank you guys again, and I will pass it on to our next person.
Thanks so much, Kevin, for sharing that information about Catholic University. That's excellent. We are here in session A3. Next up, we've got Merrimack College. Merrimack, go ahead and grab a screen share from me. It is a very quick 1 hour and 23-minute direct flight from DC to Boston. Once you're in Boston, it's a quick drive over to Merrimack College. So Jessica, teach us everything about Merrimack College.
Awesome. Thanks, Zach. And thanks to my presenters and to our students for joining us today. I think it's a really wonderful opportunity to be able to hear from so many folks, especially on this wonderful journey. But as Zach noted, we are just a quick flight out of any of the regional airports out of Washington, D.C. My name is Jess Dumais, and I work with students in the Virginia area. And so the first place I always like to start is, where are we? So we are just north of Boston, as Zach noted, about 25 miles. We are a residential campus that is housed on 220 beautiful suburban acres in North Andover, Massachusetts. You'll see here our aerial campus view. And I always like to start here because we are able to really connect that downtown kind of central city center to that suburban landscape through public transportation or even a quick drive. But I think going to school in New England, provides a lot of really wonderful opportunities. We are very much at the center of a lot of higher education opportunities. And so thinking about internships, co-ops, research, the culture of that college going landscape, I think is really wonderful in the greater Boston area. But also, who doesn't love New England in terms of all the things that come with skiing and history, culture, as well as other opportunities. And so for us, our students are very much part of a very residential, community-driven campus, while also having access points to a lot of really great industry and a lot of great things to do. But jumping into our MAC facts, our high-level overview, for us, we are a mid-sized institution. So we welcome about 4,000 undergraduate students each year, as well as 1,200 graduate students. And for us, we find this really important because we really provide a really personalized approach to our whole education process. So as I noted, I work really closely with students from Virginia, but that personalization really extends from the moment students start their college search journey all the way through graduation, whether at the undergrad or graduate level. So that translates into smaller class sizes, 15:1 faculty to student ratio, but also into a really robust advising model that we have at the college. So every student has an academic advisor in the traditional sense, helping to navigate all of our academic programs, as we have over 100. We welcome in students from a variety of different content areas that span business, education, liberal arts, health sciences, and science and engineering. So for us, we welcome students that either are hyper-focused in their area of study, or even for those that are undecided. We know that there are so many options out there that I think our academic portfolio really provides that flexibility. So for students that are still exploring, continue to do so. It's very common for folks to change their major once they're with us. So coming in undecided or even double majoring, double minoring is something that's very common, especially when thinking about between schools. That interdisciplinary experience is something that really, I think, is what draws a lot of students to the college. But even diving in deeper to that personalization, in addition to that academic advisor, students have a career advisor within their academic school of focus, helping to navigate all the intricacies of being a nursing major or an engineering major, and how that translates to internships, co-ops, study abroad, field experience, observations, and all of those hands-on experiences, while also using technology to understand industry needs to be able to be prepared for after graduation. We have a robust success coaching model that really provides students the opportunity to have that additional support structure to help navigate a lot of the softer skill transitional components of going to college. So these are 3 individuals that are helping you navigate everything about the college search process. But even thinking outside of the academic experience, they're there to help support the social experience as well. We know getting involved, moving away from home, all of those things come with additional supports. And so having that there has been helpful. We are a very community-centric college. So thinking about clubs, organizations, being involved on campus, our students really have their hand in everything. Whether it's our Division I athletics, arts and humanities, performance, students really are able to get fully immersed in the campus at large. Thinking about who comes to Merrimack, each year we welcome about 1,100 first-year students. And so for us, thinking about our community, thinking about the involvement and the engagement, students that are successful at the college are those that want to be part of something greater. And so we really welcome in students from the whole academic spectrum, from diverse backgrounds, geographic backgrounds, to really leave their impact at the college. And so you'll definitely be able to make your mark if that's something that's important to you. So on average, we see students that are about a 3.3, but again, we do welcome in students from the spectrum, really providing the supports that those that may fall on the kind of the lower end may need, while also providing the rigor for those at the top with our honors program. We are test optional. This past year, we were completely test blind. And so that's not a big part of our process. Our goal is really to get to know you, understand your passions, understand your process, and really help you in a very one-to-one way. Thinking about what we need to apply, we take in account everything you submit in the application process. Our goal, as I noted, is to get to know you, and we do that through your recommendations, through your essay, through your transcript, as well as other opportunities such as interviews or even visiting campus. And so thinking about next steps, we're here to support you. As I noted, I'm the counselor that works with you and your family and your communities directly. So don't hesitate to reach out. We're very happy to help you navigate the search process, the application process, and hopefully the decision process come next year or even in the year's future. So thank you again for your time, and I will turn it over to our next presenter.
Great. Thanks so much, Jessica, for sharing that information. Merrimack is a beautiful campus, if I must say so myself. We are in A3. We started in St. Leo, Florida. We went up to Ohio for a little bit. We moved over to DC. We walked up, we flew up to the Boston area, and now we're going to drive all the way back to Ohio because why not? Why not go back all the way to Kent, Ohio? This is a 9-hour, 45-minute drive from Merrimack College to Kent State University in Kent, Ohio. I'm going to encourage Kent State, go ahead and grab screen share from me for your final presentation of the day. Students, as they're doing that, reminder, you can send in those questions via the Q&A button throughout the duration of today's session. And college reps, don't forget to watch that Q&A and answer those questions that are coming in too. And with that, I'm going to hand it over to Kirsten from Kent State University.
Hey guys, how's it going? I don't know if you can see everything right there. I think we're going, okay, I think we're good now. Hey everybody, I'm Kirsten Walker. I'm from Kent State University in Kent, Ohio. Rounding up the Ohio schools here, so I'm feeling pretty good about that with our representation. I actually am from the great state of Ohio, but currently I've been, now I should say, living in Virginia for 20 years. So kind of give you an idea as far as what's going on with Kent State. As you can see here, we are located in Kent, Ohio. Kent is actually about 45 minutes southeast of Cleveland and about 20 minutes east of Akron. So it kind of gives you a great sense of a community when you can see that we have so much to offer around us, but we are truly in a quaint college town. Itself, it's nice to know that you can actually walk from one corner of campus to the other in about 12 minutes, and you can actually walk literally right across the street from the end of campus and be right downtown Kent. Now, as far as being on Kent's campus is concerned, I will tell you, as far as our freshman class and just overall body of student body information, we have about 32,000 students campus-wide at the Kent State University. Now, I will say that's only 21,000 of those students are going to be at the Kent campus, because we actually are made up of an 8-campus network system. But the majority of our students are coming to the university for the Kent campus in itself. As you can see here, these are our kind of our freshman profile classes of what's coming in for our students. Our ranges are, SATs, ACTs, and like most of the other schools that I've been presenting today, we are also test optional. So these are just ranges. So what does that mean, and what does that look like for all of you? Basically, this means that about 25% of our students who are coming in are above and below these numbers. So it kind of gives you an idea, again, just a sense of a range that we have for our students. Now, many of our students who are coming in are kind of undecided, like a lot of other students, but believe it or not, Kent State was founded as a teaching college. But as you can see here, we do have over 350 academic programs and majors for our students to choose from. Some of our most popular programs would be those in the arts and sciences, a lot of those programs ending in ology, like most of my other colleagues would say, but we're also known for our School of Fashion Design and Merchandising. Our aeronautics are also very popular, and our College of Nursing as well. And I will say, to kind of toot the horn of our public health college, everything can be done virtually, online, or 100% on campus as well. So it kind of gives our students the best of both worlds when they are looking at the university. One of the programs, though, that I do think that is outstanding is our University College, though. This is for any students who's looking at basically undecided, like an exploratory program. We want you to come to campus and explore different avenues that you can possibly study while on campus. So definitely get a chance to visit our website. You can kind of get a sense of what that looks like. But when you are applying to the university, you can apply directly into a particular college. One thing I will say that I love as well is that while we have so many programs and you can basically study in one area, you're not siloed when you're coming to the university. We want you to branch out and go across the spectrum and see the different aspects that Kent State University has to offer. We are also a Research 1, Tier 1 institution. So we want you to help to look into that research and to help conduct that research. Our professors are what we consider to be called professors of practice. Basically, they're still working in their fields of study to bring that firsthand information back into the classroom to benefit all of you. So there's definitely something for everyone, if not multiple things that you can look at and study. And you don't have to declare your major until the end of your sophomore year. So you have plenty of time to figure it out. So when someone asks you, what do you want to do after you graduate from high school? You can say, I don't know, because I don't have to know. And that's what we're all here for, to help you guide that and to kind of facilitate that information. Now, one thing that we definitely want to say for sure is that when you are on campus, though, we want to make sure that you are able to see that you have so much to do other than just your academic studies. We are one of the safest campuses in the state of Ohio, actually one of the largest, safest campus for the largest universities in Ohio. Our students must have a 2-year requirement to live on campus. If you would live within that out of that 50-mile radius, which you all should be. We are also, we have these wonderful living and learning programs. Basically, these are areas for students to come in and have, specific residential, themed based housing, everything from a major related to maybe a topic of interest. For example, my personal favorite happens to be the culinary arts floor. So everyone who's living on that particular residence hall has an interest in culinary arts, but they all may come from different areas, different backgrounds, different majors, but you know for sure that when you're coming onto our campus, you're already going to have this community built in. Obviously, study abroad is very big for us. Obviously, with COVID, we've had to kind of scale that back and not do that right now, but we do hope in the future that when you are on campus, that you are able to take advantage of those study abroad programs that we have as well. And like some of my other colleagues have talked about today, our great MAC schools that we have represented today, we are also Division I sports. So if you're looking at wanting to play sports at a D1 level, we definitely ask you to reach out to our coaches, have your coaches reach out to us. But if maybe you're looking more just to want to have a club sport or intramurals, you can also do that, or maybe even just a spectator. But whatever it is, we definitely want you to come and cheer on our Golden Flashes, that's for sure. As you can see here, we want you to have fun, we want you to study hard, but we also want to make sure that we can keep you on track. We do offer a variety of sections here that you can see, everything from our Destination Kent State, which is our orientation program, all the way down to our Women's Center, not just for women, just so you know, but we do offer everything in between as well for our students to kind of be able to branch out, have that those resources there if need be. And so you can definitely take full advantage just to intensify and enhance your college experience while at the university. So basically, when you are looking at coming to the university or what your next steps should be, as you can see here, just apply online. Our application opens in August. We do have the Kent State application as well as the common application. Submit your high school transcripts. Test scores, if you have them, again, we are test optional, and there's a $50 application fee. Right now, our students that we are encouraging them to apply by November the 1st for our scholarship priority deadline, which that deadline also is for our honors college as well. Our final deadline for scholarships are February the 1st as well. So just a kind of brief update here on college tuition. As you can see here, roughly $32,000 for room, board, tuition, and fees for the year. And we do participate in the Ohio Tuition Guaranteed Grant, basically meaning that your tuition is fixed for 4 years. So we want you definitely to stay connected. You reach out to us, and definitely I will be working with you throughout your entire time, as I am your personal recruiter. And I will also put my information into the chat. But thank you so much for joining us, and go Flashes.
Great. Thanks so much, Kirsten, for sharing that information about Kent State. In our final few minutes, I'm going to encourage all of my colleagues to bring their cameras on, and we're going to do a quick round robin. We're going to all answer this question. What advice for juniors, underclassmen that are going through the search process, what advice would you give them as they're starting the process, or maybe they've just kind of started dabbling and they're dipping their toe in the water? What tips and tricks do you have for students as they're starting the college search process? We'll go in the same order as we presented. So let me unshare here. And first up, we'll have Connor.
Awesome. Thank you. So one thing I always say from personal experience, keep an open mind throughout your college search. If you ask Connor, even senior year Connor from New Jersey, if I was going to college in Florida, I would have said there's no way. So definitely keep an open mind and just make sure to visit those schools if the opportunity arises.
Excellent. Thank you for that. Dave, some advice you've got for juniors, underclassmen as they're going through the college search process.
Sure. Thank you, Zach. I would say to you to keep in mind, keep things in perspective as you're going through the process, and to understand that your best preparation for college, as important as the college process is, your best preparation is to get the most you can out of your classes, activities, and relationships right where you are now. So look to maximize your high school experience, and that'll be your best preparation for college. That's the number one piece of advice I'd offer. Thank you.
Cool. Thanks, Dave. How about you, Ryan? Some tips, advice for students as they're going through the search.
Yeah, totally. I know that plenty of colleges, every college has, deadlines that you have to follow, and those are super important. I'm not saying don't pay attention to deadlines, but don't put too much pressure on yourself to live to a particular date that you have to decide by a particular date. Give yourself plenty of time and plenty of space to really explore and see what your options are. So don't feel that tremendous pressure on your shoulders too much. Make sure you give yourself time to really do the research and feel out, what's going to be the best option for you.
Great. Thank you for that. Kevin, some tips, advice you've got for juniors.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say to definitely connect with your admission counselor. I mean, that's what we're all here for. I would say in most cases, this is going to be the person that's going to be reading your application, helping answer any questions you have. Don't be shy. We've probably heard all the questions that you're thinking about. So definitely like that, connect with us, because that relationship is going to go a long way, not only when you're going through the application, but then through the financial aid process, and then even potentially when you're on campus as a current student.
Great. Thanks for that. That's so true in this virtual space. Even there's a reason I push for students to submit questions, because you've got 6 really awesome admission counselors right here at your fingertips, waiting to hear answers, waiting to answer your questions. So utilize these folks as you can through the process. Jessica, tips, tricks you got for the juniors and underclassmen?
Yeah, it's tough going at this point because so much great advice so far. So how can I follow everyone? But I think my biggest piece of advice is to stay organized. I think for a lot of students, creating an email address that's through Gmail or Yahoo or Hotmail that's dedicated for college, using that calendar within that email platform to put in those deadlines, as we all have different ones. So it's definitely tough to stay on top of. And then just kind of taking notes. I think especially for a lot of schools, you're going to get a great education everywhere. So it's very much looking to see what is very important to you and using that to kind of weigh your options.
Awesome. Thanks for that. And Kirsten, finally, some tips that you've got.
Yes, actually, I think everything's been great, like Jessica was saying. But honestly, I think the biggest thing is believe in yourselves. You've gotten this far, so you can definitely do the next. So that when we say that, we don't want you to apply to the world because we know that it's expensive. But we want you definitely to, as people were saying, look at the information that you're doing, see what fits you really well and where you think you fit really well, but believe in yourself with those next steps.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Well, counselors, thank you so much for joining us for this session. You've provided great insight about your specific institutions and about the overall search process. So thank you so much for that. Students and families, thank you for spending some time with us this afternoon to learn about these 6 colleges. Brief note that as you close this window, there is a very brief survey. We do ask for your feedback there. And we also encourage you to sign up for additional sessions. This is the first hour of a 3-hour Virginia College Fair. All of these college reps, all of these colleges are here to talk to you and answer your questions. So we encourage you to go to strivescan.com/Virginia and check out the additional sessions next hour and the following hour. And then this recording of this session and all of the sessions from tonight's college fair will be posted tomorrow at strivescan.com/Virginia. Thanks so much, everyone, for joining us. College reps, thank you for spending some time with me as well. And we'll talk to you all soon. Have a good night. Bye-bye.